The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our Race Results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer Hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Four wide and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Tri-oval side by side in this GEC league, there's nowhere to White flag, need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Cheers to the booth, hope they like the show. Victory lane is all I
Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the GEC Racing League here with the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series. We are in Atlanta for Race 2 of Season 9. About to really get into the swing of things after last week at Daytona. It's time to get down to some hardcore racing here on the high banks of Echo Park Speedway. I'm Shane Cochran. Up in the booth with me, as always, is Lee Kiernan. Lee, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, doing really, really great. We've got a great field here today. We're at a great track, and we've got some nice toasty weather as it goes into summer. So, yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, we've got 130 laps here tonight. Heading into this one, it is hot out there, 80 degrees in the air, 134 on the track at this 1.5 miles. But don't get this confused with our other intermediate tracks. The repave done a couple years ago here has changed us into something closer to a Daytona Junior than a Texas or a Charlotte or something like that. So you're going to see a lot of bump drafting. You're going to see a lot of pack racing. It's going to be tight. As always, we've got 4 additional tire sets. Drivers might actually need to pay attention to this tonight. You're going to be tempted to put on fresh tires every chance you get, but we do not have enough to do that. 65% fuel, 1 fast repair in the bank, and 1 green-white checker if we need it at the end. Couple notes here. Jamie Griffin won this race last year, but it was not here on the new Atlanta. It was actually old Atlanta. And so we actually don't have anyone in the field that has won at this new Echo Park Speedway here at Atlanta in the 12 races that GEC has had here. So we will have a first-time winner tonight, which should put on some exciting racing.
Yeah, this place is so quick now. Love racing here. I don't know about you, but I like it since they've repaved it. So it's an interesting front row here tonight. Dinda up front, followed by Freeman.
Yeah, this is going to be some great racing. Drivers are getting gridded up.
Nice and warm. A little warmer than I expected, to tell you the truth.
Having a little issue. I can't get the camera to change to anything other than the blimp. There we go.
There we go.
It is going to be Max Dinda on the front row, on the pole with Carson Freeman alongside him. The 84 and the 51. Looks like we're waiting on just a handful of other drivers to get in that truck. It is going to be a full 39 truck field. So why don't we go ahead and get started on this grid. Dinda and Freeman on the front row, as we mentioned. Then it's going to be Corey Stewart and Knox Thompson in row 2. Then Larkin Boyer and Casey Sprinkle in row 3, with Walt Sahadak and Klaus Brahm in row 4. We got Stephen Caswell and Jacob Hughes in row 5. Then Tony Skirbo and Jamie Griffin in row 6. Again, last season's winner, but on a different version of Atlanta. Josh Eller and Keegan Shelton in row 7. Joshua McKinney and D. Green in row 8. Got Ryan Elzey and Josh Ryder in row 9, couple Truck Series veterans. Todd McDuffie and Joe Barrow in row 10. Marshall Taylor and Max DeFilippi in row 11. Then Robert Weibel and Dee Barris. Scott Prim and Johnny Jones in row 13. Eric White and Coleman Chapman in row 14. David Culleton and Jess Childs in row 15. Then Stephen Hayes and Jonah Seawright in row 16. Zane Woods and Matthew Taylor in row 17. Then Dusty's on the board. That's race control. He's not in the race. And then Chris Melton. Chris Brown and Kevin Keister in row 19. And then Pete Dillon going to round out our field here tonight.
It's a nice, healthy field. Looks like the pace truck is bringing him to the line here. Pace truck pulls off. Under starter's orders.
And the green flag is out. We've got 100 laps here to go at Echo Park Speedway. The 78 goes around already. Caution is out before this race even got started. That's Marshall Taylor.
Yep. Too big a gaps midway through the pack. They need to tighten that field up. It was a little bit of an issue last week. Hopefully they'll get that sorted out.
Yeah, I think it's just like you said, a pretty big gap there back around maybe 20th, 25th or so. And with this many trucks, it is difficult to get everybody lined up. It seems like it would be easy, and on paper it is, and in every driver's meeting it sounds easy. And then you go to get in one of these race cars and do one of these starts, and every time it's a challenge. Looks like Weibel gets into the back of the 78 on the start. Prim, I think he avoids any contact there. So hopefully no harm, no foul. I think Weibel probably got the worst of it there with his front end a little dinged up. Oh, actually, there's some more contact after that. Hayes goes for a spin.
Hayes, yeah.
Everybody else seems to have gotten away pretty clean. So first caution of the night. We got Max Dinda up front in the 84.
Okay, so let's do this nice and early. Who's your pick tonight?
Ooh, look at, I mean, when you got 38 drivers to choose from.
I know. show the strength of the field. We've got, Prem and also Seawright who are quick drivers, and they're down in about 25th or 26th position.
Yeah, let's see. Sometimes the numbers matter a little more than anything else. We've got a lot of teams in this race tonight. Who's got the numbers? Looks like GTCR with 2 drivers, Stitley with 2, Georgia Line with 2, JWR though with 3. And teammates might be the difference here tonight.
I'm going with somebody that doesn't have a teammate, I don't think, and that's Burrow. I know he's mired in the pack at the moment, but I think he can fight his way through.
And the 4 truck. Multi-time GEC champion, driving in the truck series this year. Well, I've always heard the best predictor of what will happen tomorrow is what happened today. Last week it was Dinda in the 84 taking the victory, so my pick's going to be the 84 to go back-to-back. He's on the pole, or at least out there leading right now. And, yeah, I think he's just going to be hard to beat. He's got a teammate up there already.
Did you see how high Sahadak qualified? He's up in 7th there right now.
Yeah.
That was a good qualifying by him, and also Bram's in 8th.
We just got the 1 to go.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll tighten this up nice and early this time, rather than waiting 3/4 of the lap to tighten it up.
I know race control is not going to be happy with that either. Our own Dusty Haynes working race control tonight, also with the help of last season's truck champion Bryce Borer stepping in to help us out with some race control coverage. And driver's already getting out of line back there, making sure they get this one right. All right, reach up, pull those belts tight one more time. A little bit of a false start there at the initial green flag. But here we're on to start lap 5. We're going to get this field going again. And the green flag is out. The 84 and 51 up front. Looks like everybody gets away clean that time.
Three wide back there, twice. I saw Seawright getting past 5 or 6 trucks there.
And like we mentioned, this track kind of a hybrid now between a Charlotte or a Daytona, where you're going to see some pack racing, but you're also going to see breakaways like the one we're seeing at the front right now. 4 cars are clear, but the runs are going to come right around that 5th to 6th spot if they're running like this. Drivers are going to be able to tuck in, get a big run, and then see what they can do with it, especially early in the run where the tires are fresh. But this hot track is going to burn through those tires over the course of this run.
I hear that Larkin got a warning there about going too low in the tri-oval from race control.
I also saw Stephen Hayes picked up a black flag just before the restart. Has gone down pit road to clear that. Or he had race control clear it. Not sure what that one was for. Got multiple trucks setting the fastest lap right now. Dinda still out front, but the pack is compressing back together. The inside line led by the 16 of Corey Stewart. They're in that Mountain Dew truck. Freeman back to the bottom. Again, teammates with the 84. And we've got our second caution of the night. Ryder, McDuffie, Eller. Well, just list the whole field. Everyone outside the top 10 involved in this one. And it is a parking lot there at the exit of turn 2. Looks like this one might have started with McDuffie. We'll take a look. Oh, it's the 69, 59, 32, and 2. Elzy and Ryder. Barrow down to the inside to avoid it. And they collect a handful of more trucks. And if you're anybody behind this, there's nowhere to go. The apron, again, we talked about the high banks here at Atlanta. The apron is not something you can just drive down onto. And it looks like, I think that was the 50 of Culleton, might have been the smartest there. Just get on the brakes, don't swerve, and hope it plays out for you.
Yeah, great job by Culleton.
Go back a lap. Let's see how this came to be.
Oh,
there is a truck down on the inside, down on the apron, that is. Let's back it up one more time. That Miller Lite truck gets loose down on the apron, and drivers are trying to avoid him, anticipating that truck's going to come back up on track. Again, I think that's what got us into this trouble. I'm not sure who that Miller Lite truck is. Go back and watch it one more time. I'm jumping all over the place. Either way, we've got a handful of drivers on pit road. Getting some damage taken care of. Everyone does have that one fast repair they can use, but you do not want to use it here on lap 9 if you can avoid it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of the guys dropped in probably for fuel only. And of course they'll pop out and they'll have an extra couple of laps now on the rest of the field.
Yeah, I don't think we're not going to have enough room on screen to show all 40 cars and when they came to pit road here. But I think you're right. Most of those drivers that hit pit road towards the back probably coming in just to make sure that they didn't have any damage.
Yeah. I see Burrow. I think Burrow missed all the damage, and he dropped down into the pits, so he should be in a healthy spot here now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's up to 13th.
Yeah.
It does look like that Miller Lite car is the 22 of Stephen Caswell. That got down the apron, and then the drivers behind him. He actually did a great job of keeping it on the apron and not coming back up on the track from what I saw. But when you see that truck going down there, you just assume it's going to come flying up in front of you. You try to make some room that wasn't there. Be curious what race control says about that.
Yeah, I've been waiting for him to chime in. I haven't heard it yet.
Either way, we're coming back to the green flag for the third time tonight. 10 laps down, 90 to go. Hoping we can get some green flag racing in here.
Yeah, it was interesting watching that front group. I was impressed with Sprinkle's effort. I think he's third at the moment.
Again, the track's cooling off, but it's still 126 degrees on the asphalt. And the green flag is out again.
Yeah, it's gonna.
There goes Culleton through the infield. No caution. Looks like Sprinkle picked up a black flag, and caution's out again. Looks like race control's already cleared. Whatever that was, might have been a passing before the green flag because of the spin by the 50. We'll go and take a look at what happened to David.
Once again, it's just checking out midfield, mid-pack. Too big of gaps.
Yeah, there it is. Just a big checkup. And he's not even, the first truck to hit or the last, but he gets the biggest shove there. I think that's the 82 behind him. Again, it's frustrating if you're the 50, but the blame is really shared by the whole pack.
Yep. It really is. You see the accordion effect when you watch that from that shot.
It's our third caution there on lap 12. We're going to step away for a quick break and be right back before the green flag flies again here with the Collateral Damage Sports Network in the High Banks and Fold Tanks 195. I think that number's a little off, though. We're just doing 100 laps here, so either way, we'll see you back in just a moment. And welcome back to the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series, brought to you by a few of our great sponsors here. Laughing Llama Wraps, a multi-season sponsor with GEC, as well as 42 Designs, coming on board here for Season 9.
Looks like Lister, I think, got the lucky dog. Is that what you showed on your...
I saw it was the 97 of Keister.
Keister, sorry. Only saw the trail end of it. Okay, are you a fan of New Atlanta or old Atlanta?
I'm a yes and. Why not both? I love old Atlanta. Hot, slick. I think I've won a couple officials there in the Cup car. But this is an all new kind of racing, and I think as a driver maybe I prefer old Atlanta, but as a spectator it is hard not to love the racing that gets put on here, whether it's the closest 3-wide finish in history there a season or two ago in the IRL Cup Series. But I think if we can get some green flag laps here, you're going to see a great race as well. A couple cars taking a wave around. Trucks, that is.
See Walt and Jamie side by side on the grid here now. So a couple of teams getting together here.
Take a look at our top 10. It's teammates on the front row. Here, let me switch it to show those team logos. We've got Stitley Motorsports drivers in row 4. Teammates, Griffin and Sahadak, as you mentioned. But we've still got Dinda and Freeman on the front row. I just think they're going to be tough to get by, especially with the way you can block the runs here at Atlanta. I think we're going to have to see some 3-wide racing here before it's over for someone to get around those two teammates unless they make a mistake.
So, Sprinkle made an interesting move there just as we come to the green flag. He jumped to the pits. So, obviously you got fuel. So that was an interesting move.
I think he actually might have had a black flag
Oh, did he really?
or something.
Oh, wow.
Not quite sure. He definitely got one and then had it cleared. So maybe he had an EOL and there was nothing to lose by adding some fuel.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, got it.
Another big breakaway here at the front of the field. 84 out front. Freeman in tow. Now Larkin Boyer up 2 spots from where he started, running third in that 10 truck. First side-by-side action is back here, and just as you were saying, Lee, those Stitley Motorsports teammates have gotten together, and just like I predicted, 3 wide as they go around Klaus Brahm. We've got the 58 getting sideways in the middle of the pack.
Oh, we got hit too.
No caution yet as drivers swerve every which way to avoid more contact. And we're still green. That is going to hurt a ton of drivers as Josh Eller has just picked up a meatball flag, so he'll be coming down pit road as fast as he can, maybe hoping for a caution. And that has got the field way spread out now.
Yeah, I hear a couple of guys question why it wasn't a caution, just so we all know.
Oh, there's still slow cars on track. Was
Holy
that
smokes.
the 3?
No, and it's caused
Of
a problem
McDuffie.
further back in the pack.
Oh my gosh. Race control is going to be furious about that.
Yeah, number 3.
I think that was McDuffie stopped on track. We'll jump back a lap and see if we see anything obvious. So that slow driver was just ahead. McDuffie with hard contact from multiple trucks and more. Wow. Child's involved there in the 28. And the 3 gets it rolling, and is this just a timing thing? He just hasn't had time to get out of the way? Down on the apron. And I can't tell if that's damage or just real poor choice of judgment. So that collects a whole handful of trucks here. And we're going to have to go back and see that. Again, that was just such a strange... I think the 12 was involved. I guess it was in front of him. If we can track this down about...
Yep.
Who was actually involved here? It looks like we found the congestion. Oh yeah, you can see it's the... I think it's the 22 again. Comes up to avoid what looks like a damaged truck coming on track. Puts one driver in the wall, causes a few more to stack up behind him. Childs makes it to pit road. Wowza. So, and through all of that, we had a big portion of the field come down to pit, including our leader in the 84. That leaves Larkin Boyer out front as the leader. Here with 20 laps in the books.
Sorry to leave you alone there for a moment, Shane. I just jumped down into race control just for a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they did give the 3 a black flag.
Yep.
Looks like the 11 of Johnny Jones is going to hit pit road again. So we're coming back to take the green here. Still 80 laps to go.
A wise move jumping down to the field, jumping down to the pits for fuel, I think. Especially if you're mid-pack.
So the pace truck should be hitting pit road right here. And it's going to be Boyer and Sahadak leading the field. Green flag is out. 10 gets a great jump there on the bottom. Walt's going to tuck in to second, though, just ahead of Hughes.
That was a much better start by the whole entire field that time.
And here comes Brahm on the outside with Barrow giving him a push. And here they come. Brahm still getting a push from Barrow. Cisa Haydak's teammate Griffin is in the top 10, but he's not there to give his teammate a push at the moment. New leader was the 41 that time around.
Yeah, I see Walt lined up there on the inside, but for right now it's Barrow pushing Brahm to the lead.
Oh,
we have one off.
I think that's Jamie.
Yeah, I think it is.
So another caution, 5th one of the night. We're averaging one about every 4.5 laps or so. We'll go back and check on what happened to Jamie Griffin. They're coming through that front stretch. He's on the bottom. Got the 90 in the middle. Oh, that was a bad angle. I think the 22 hit the wall, Lee.
Yeah, I think it did too. And then it, I'm not sure what the white car is behind the 22, but then it knocked him down into the 19 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the front stretch might look wide, but at the speed you're running, 3 wide is a challenge. So the 22 hits the outside wall, collects the 90, then Jamie and the 19, I think, get the worst of it. Maybe the 19 makes it out alive.
Yeah, that's Di Filippi, I think, in the 19. He had a really great race last week.
Yeah, hard impact for Griffin.
Yeah, meatball flag for Griffin. And race control just called it on the 22, of course.
And I don't know if he got pegged for one of those earlier ones, but he was certainly partially at fault for that early one, getting down on the apron. And so I think that's going to bring just about everybody to pit road that had stayed out. We're going to try out one of our new toys here tonight, the yellow flag pit cycle tracker. So about half the field on pit road. Klaus Brahm stays out. He and Barrow are the only 2 trucks that have not pitted all night.
I could have sworn that Barrow pitted, but maybe he didn't.
And there it is. You can see Knox Thompson goes fuel only, gains 11 positions on pit road. Chapman and Keister with some fast stops.
Didn't see anybody take just 2. Interesting.
Now it looks like McKinney with some repairs lost a few spots.
Sorry.
Then Seawright there. So again, I think Thompson is the winner on pit road. He's going to emerge out on the track around 18th, be the first car with a full tank of fuel and fresh tires.
So for McKinney, where it says the R, that means he took right sides only. Is that correct?
That means repairs.
Oh, repairs. Okay,
And really all that means is that he had a stop longer than 18 seconds or so.
Got it.
So iRacing doesn't share actual tire data with us, so that you couldn't use it as a competitive advantage and if you were a driver out on the track. But what we can do is look at those pit lane times, and just from experience, we know anything about 7 seconds or under, that's a fuel-only stop. You don't have time to put on even one set of tires that fast. If your stop's somewhere between 8 and 12 seconds, you're looking at a 2-tire stop. Somewhere between 12 and 15 are your 4-tire stops, and anything longer than that we can assume was a repair or somebody needed to make a bathroom break or something like that.
Yeah.
So if we look at who's made repairs so far tonight, Skirbo and Seawright both with about 2 minutes, and nobody with significant damage has had a chance to regain those spots just yet. And this doesn't show Jamie Griffin, who I believe made it to pit road and then nope, he is still on pit road actually. I think it's because he couldn't get around himself. He had to take a tow.
Got it. That'll put him a couple down.
So keep your eyes on Thompson. Again, back in 18th, but that first truck with fresh tires and fuel. And Griffin with a number of black flags, but I think they're all related to that spin down pit road and then the meatball flag as well. He's still on pit road right now, but he might be able to get back out here before too long if he saved that fast repair here to lap 27. But it's going to be Klaus Brahm and Joe Barrow out front.
Looks a pretty good start, that one.
Yeah, great start for Brahm.
See Sprinkle tucked right up underneath Burrow here. Those guys are going to get the run on Brahm, but of course Brahm's going to cut it off and Sprinkle goes underneath Burrow.
Klaus, one of the drivers sharing his in-car camera with us tonight. I want to thank all drivers that have done that. You can just see just how intense and loose these trucks are as he almost gets into the wall.
And Sprinkle takes advantage of that and takes the lead.
And there's Griffin back out on track. He is going to be 4 laps down.
3 wide on the exit of 2 there.
And it just gets the feeling that drivers have had enough laps under their belt now that they're starting to feel comfortable being more aggressive, and at the same time realizing that this race is not going to last very long if we keep getting yellows.
Yeah, saw the 51 give Brahm a little bit of a tap there to push him on down the straight a moment ago. So yeah, they're starting to be a little bit more aggressive here now.
Got a car on the wall there, back in the pack.
They're really tight.
I think that's a 97.
About 6th position here. It's fanned out just a little bit now, but whew.
All right, jump on board here with Eric White. He's running 11th right now, up 16 positions from where he started in the race. And you see Culleton sideways in front of him. He saves it.
I know. And Walt going around the outside there.
Take a look at the way White has made it to the front. I mean, just caution after caution. Starts back around 30th. Makes his way up. Takes a fuel-only stop there around lap 18. Right now is back up in the top 15. Great job by Eric there in the 7 truck.
One of the quickest trucks for me all night has been Walter Heidak. I know I keep bringing up his name, but he's been quick tonight.
Yeah, he is right now marred back in 26th. Trying to make his way to the front.
Truck. Sorry, Walt.
Walt, another driver that's sharing his camera with us here tonight. Making his way up through traffic. Got Robert Weibel just ahead of him. Whoa! And Johnny Jones to his inside.
We've got a bit of a blinker there with the fourth truck in line. It's is it 78? That would be Taylor. And it was Barros who I was getting confused with Walt. Barros looks very quick tonight.
Now we've got two well-formed lines pushing each other. It's Sprinkle versus Dinda at the front. Both of them started in the top 6. Oh, and Weibel just picked up a meatball flag, Lee.
I didn't see it. Did he pull it?
Let's take a quick look. Jones as well. They're already blowing up here.
Wow. Wow.
No caution. Looks like the 11 and the 53. And everybody's checking up. That was a... Maybe we need to back that up a little more. I want to get back to the green flag action, but... Oh, there it is. It's... Someone got turned by Hayes and then drifted. I think that was Jones that got turned initially, and then with damage, he drifts back in front of traffic. Elsie now with a meatball.
Yellow now. We're under yellow now.
This one, like I said, I think started with Elsie. Oh, Brahm with damage. See here, you got Culleton there on the outside, but he keeps it out of the wall just fine. Oh, and it was Ryder gets loose out of 4, comes down into the 2. That collects Klaus, the 08. Go back a lap and try to watch. Yeah, that green car slaps the wall. And then just...
Yeah, Kenny's down the inside there.
Everybody doing their best. We saw... I just think the trucks are loose now. We saw Culleton get sideways the lap before and save it. And right there, you can see that truck just turn left and there's no way to stop it. Oh, Klaus almost made it through and then got some contact from behind.
Kenny probably came out of that the worst.
Oh, and then some contact right at the end. See if we can get an onboard view of this, just to show you how fast things like this happen. There's really nowhere to go. I think Klaus might be the one to watch. We're on board here. Oh, and he avoided it and then got run over from behind. That's just the way it goes. And again, some more pit stops. Shaking the order up just a little bit.
The person to come out of that the best was probably the guy that lost the back end in the first place out of those 4 trucks.
All right, so we're going to take a look at our pit stop stats here. So we've seen, right now we've got Larkin Boyer up front. He's only 12 laps since his last pick. Then Hughes and McKinney kind of on the same strategy, getting 4 tires 12 laps ago. You also have Culleton, Woods, Stewart, Hayes, and Seawright on older tires. Seawright with 25 laps on his truck. We mentioned only 4 tire sets sitting on pit wall tonight. So you get one you start with, and then 4 more. You're going to want to save one for, a late wreck or caution. So you really have 3 to use. And right now, a couple drivers towards the back might have already burned through a few.
Yeah, that's an interesting move by Seawright, and holding on to his tires there. Could pay dividends for him. There's still 60 laps left here.
Trying to look at pole sitter, the 84. He's only stopped twice, once for fuel and once right there for some repairs.
I didn't see what happened to him.
He had over 1 minute stop there that last time he was in. And that's got him back in 22nd position. Well, the pace truck hits pit road again. We've still got 63 laps to go here in the high banks and full tanks. 195. Boyer out front. Jacob Hughes trying to get to second place around David Culleton there on the bottom. David with no help up top. Pretty clean start. Oh, is that the 09 down on the apron?
Yeah.
Able to get back up on the track, or the 90, sorry. We got a whole pile of drivers there down on the apron out of turn 3 or 4, and there they go. Couple getting squirrely. The 51 down through the infield. I think that one might have started with Carson Freeman. Oh, yeah, contact there. I think that's Freeman on the bottom. And the 27 was the one that had gotten into him, and he's the first to go sideways. Then Freeman gets turned as well, as they were almost 4 wide down the front stretch. That's Green in the 27. It seems like it's one or the other. Either you're on old tires and the truck is loose, or you're on fresh tires and the truck is loose. Yeah. Track temp still sitting at 126 Fahrenheit. Could certainly cook your breakfast out there.
Wow. I'm not sure how you picked the strategy out of this on how many tires you should be using and not using, and what you've got left.
And the 59 of Tony Skirbo gets the lucky dog. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like everyone's been rationing them pretty well. See if we can take a look through the field. Pull up that lap chart. See, our leader's only pitted once. Hughes once. Culleton twice. Woods just once. But once you get further back in the field, someone like Knox Thompson, he's been down pit road 3 times, but only taken tires once. Wyville, 4 visits to pit road, but may have only taken tires just one of those.
So that was cold on the 27.
Yeah, I think that looked like what we saw here up in the booth. 27 came down on Freeman.
Yep.
And just looked like he got loose. Which is, I think that's the t-shirt for tonight's race.
Yeah, really. How many sets of tires, I wonder, has Seawright had?
Let's take a look. He stopped twice. Now, one of those stops was for repairs, so he may or may not have taken tires on that stop.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
But he's up to 10th right now. Highest he's been all day.
Definitely took tires on lap 12. But yeah.
All right, Culleton going to be starting third. And he's actually a driver sharing his camera with us tonight. I think we're going to go on board with the 50 truck here for this restart.
Good race so far by Colleton. With Hughes to the outside in the 9. And Boyer in front of him.
You got Zane Woods starting in 4th. He's up 29 positions, driving for Aces and Eights Motorsports.
Wow, good job, Zane.
Culleton up 26. So these two guys here on row 2 have been moving forward all night long. I'm going to watch that pace truck hit pit road. That is an invalid pit entry, Lee. You have to enter pit road back on turn 3 here in Echo Park Speedway. As they come through the restart zone. Great start for Boyer out front. So you see Culleton going up through the gears. And just like that, you can see how big of a run you get from the draft. What's he going to do with it? He looks to the outside. Boyer with an almost late block. But there goes Culleton to the lead. No help, though, on the outside.
Yeah, Boyer doesn't look like he wants to give up the inside.
As he's got Josh McKinney there in that 90 truck. A GEC newcomer, and our caution is out yet again. Our 8th caution of the night on lap 44. And we're going to have to take a look to see. It looks like the 63 is slow. That's Pete Dillon. Oh, let's go back a full lap. Right along here with Pete in the 63. Nothing looks out of the ordinary here coming into turn 3. They're 3 wide in front of him, though. Scott Brom to his inside. And then he comes up on... Oh, it's Eric White. Slaps the wall just in front of him. 63 does his best to avoid it. And to be frank, I think that's the best he could have done with that situation.
Yeah, Pete did pretty good, didn't he?
Didn't see much Hemi damage there. I think there was a truck or two in front of him that may have gotten into the wall. I could hear some carnage off screen. But race control getting their money's worth tonight.
Pete got into the door of Jamie as he was coming down. So not sure if Jamie has any damage.
Yeah, Griffin currently 4 laps down. Right now, Stephen Caswell in the 22 should be in the lucky dog position, although he's 2 laps down. See him stay out there. That usually means he's about to get that lucky dog wave around. So if he gets back on the lead lap, then Jamie Griffin will be in the lucky dog position 4 laps down. Which, oh, wow. Oof. Ryder and Caswell get together. And I think that was maybe just Ryder cleaning his tires, getting ready, not realizing the lucky dog is directly behind him, about to pass the field. And Caswell just gonna drive it down and park it. I'm not sure if that motor was running. Again, now that's really unfortunate for the 22.
Caswell was running well tonight too.
And I think this is so this is Stephen Caswell.
Yeah.
Not I'm assuming he's related to Garrett Caswell, one of our Cup drivers. Right there, yeah, I think the field checked up and Ryder went to the outside to miss hitting Hayes at the exact time that Caswell was getting ready to take his lucky dog around the outside. Yeah, I don't know what you do with that one. Glad I'm not in the race control booth tonight. So as we're under our 8th caution here, still 55 laps to go. I want to remind you, one of our sponsors here this season is 42 Designs. If you're ready to turn heads on the virtual track, whether you're chasing wins or just want to look good doing it, 42 Designs by Cody Anderson delivers custom iRacing paint schemes that blend sleek minimalism with bold personality. If you're repping your team or showcasing your sponsors or just want a fresh look, 42 Designs brings your vision to life lap after lap. Find Cody's work on trading paints at Cody XVII Anderson. Want something custom? Reach out through your league or Discord and let Cody work his magic. Your car deserves more than the default. Make it unforgettable with 42 Designs. And that is Cody Anderson again. You can find him in the GEC Discord or on Trading Paints.
Okay, we're 47 laps in to 100 laps.
Yeah, almost halfway. Barrow still kind of lurking there in the top 10, as is Sahadak. Feel like we've seen a lot of them today. Not necessarily leading, but staying right there in the top 10. It's going to be Boyer and Culleton on the front row.
They've got the green.
Green flag is out. Why don't we jump on board with Sahadak there, running in 5th place on this restart. That 97 truck of Keister, I feel like he was involved in one of those early accidents, got a lucky dog, and there he goes, up to 4th on the outside of Hughes. It is going to be David Culleton to the lead.
Oh, somebody went into the fence then.
Oh, we've got contact, the 07 and the 58. 48 involved. Yellow is out. That was another strange one. I saw Dinda 3 wide there down near the apron, and I think he might have already had contact to put him down there. Let's see. Try starting with Brahm. Oh, yeah, somebody really smacked the wall and came down into traffic. This was either, this must have been just a lot well behind what I was looking at live. Big pileup. Watch that one again.
Yeah,
I think there's 2 wrecks. Yeah, so this is the one that starts first, happens in the back, or the back half of the field anyway. A lot of damage there as drivers are spinning into each other. All right, then now let's watch a little further up. You've got another wreck just in front of them, just those 2 trucks though. Really picking up damage. I think that was Thompson and the 07.
Yeah, I think so.
And just from what I saw, so they went 3 wide. I think it surprised Chapman. He got up into what I believe is his teammate there in the...
I think it was
58?
Matthews, actually.
Matthew Taylor?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, 07 and 58.
Right, 07 and the 58, and then the 58 up into the 48, yeah.
So the twists keep coming here as we're at halfway, 50 laps in the books, 50 laps to go. David Culleton sitting out front. Now he might have avoided the commentator's curse, Lee, as we were getting ready to make our picks earlier. I was talking about how teammates would be the most important thing, and JWR Motorsports had the most trucks on track that were teammates at 3. And then I went and picked Dinda.
Yeah. He dodged it.
So
interesting. He Colleton actually picked the outside lane this time.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've seen any leader do that yet tonight.
Yeah.
So this is one of the first, I think maybe the first full GEC truck season that we've had the new Ram available as a choice. Let's take a look at what are the drivers' favorite trucks here tonight and how are they doing. We've got 15 drivers in the Ford F-150. They are leading the race right now. Then just behind them, the Toyota Tundras have 8 trucks on track. Got Melton leading the way for Toyota. And right there, Dodge Ram. Is it a Dodge Ram or is it just a Ram these days?
I don't know.
Well, this is one of those. Back in my day, it was a Dodge Ram.
Yeah, I was going to call it a Dodge Ram, and I caught myself. I was admiring it earlier when I was looking at the 48. The 48 looks amazing. And that's a Ram.
We're looking at Keister right now running 4th in the 97 for Graham Crackers Racing.
Yeah.
And then the Chevys, best ones in 5th. They've got 10 trucks on track, but an average running position of 25th.
Well, Fords are dominating the field with 15.
Good run for that 89 of Chris Melton. He is up 34 positions. Take a look at his climb to the top. 2 fuel-only stops and then 4 tires back around lap 36 has got him up to 2nd here on the front row. Racing with David Culleton. 10th green flag of the night as we restart one more time here on lap 51. Couple drivers picking up black flags there on that restart. Culleton with a huge jump on the outside. I don't think that was a mistake to take the outside. That's going to get Boyer down with him. Oh, yeah, I think Culleton maybe decided to block a little late. That's going to give a little bit of air to the 10. Here comes Melton now. Big push on the 50.
Yeah, that was nice work by Boyer. He could have put Culleton in the fence then.
So we've got Sahadak getting a big push from Dinda. Oh, a truck in the wall towards the back. Is that Ryder? I think it is. He's going to be all right. So Keister now tucking in behind David Culleton. He's got Walt Sahadak and Max Dinda behind him on the outside lane as Boyer goes to the outside of Melton for the lead.
Well, the 84's in the fence there.
He slows it. Oh, really, and there they go. Contact. Sprinkle involved. The 78 again. That's Marshall Taylor. And that started with Dinda. As you mentioned, he got into the wall, and then I think that brought him down in front of a couple trucks. Let's go back a full lap and watch what happens to the 84. The 78, they're about 2 trucks back. So the 84 giving a real big push to the 00. Goes to make it 3 wide, and I don't think Walt wanted to let him in there. So he tags the wall, then they're 3 wide behind him as he slows up, and then almost 4 wide. And it's the 78, I think, caught the worst of that one.
Yeah, it kind of came down off the wall into the, I think that's the 78 of the purple car. No, the 69. As it comes down about here.
Oh, yeah, that is And again, I talked about this earlier. This front stretch looks really wide, but when you have to make these little tri-oval corners, you have to start turning the truck early or you're going to smack the wall like we've seen so many people do tonight. So when the 84 does that, I think he makes it if they're 3 wide, but they were actually 4 wide.
Yeah.
So everybody trying to give space. It just isn't enough. But again, I think that starts because the 84 can't quite get to the outside of Sahadak. And there it is. Looks like the 84 picked up the black flag from race control for that one. And Brahm, I think that's Brahm on the bottom, narrowly avoids getting caught up in another wreck. No, I think Brahm's somewhere maybe further back in the pack right now. Who was that?
So
Freeman?
I know you race with a VR headset. When racing with triples, it's really hard to tell when you're 3 wide because lots of times it's just out of your eyesight. So does that help with wearing VR headsets? Can you really see, if you're 3 wide there?
Yeah, I can turn around and tell you if you got a pimple on your forehead. If you're the driver behind me, sometimes my dad gets to laughing when he sees how far around my head is turning over the stream. But yeah, I mean, that's the exact kind of situation where in anything, whether it's VR or having extra buttons mapped to look left and look right and whatever your tricks are, that's where those come in handy. But that's the other thing is for people who don't necessarily get into 3 and 4 wide races in iRacing, your spotter is only going to tell you what trucks are beside you, and that is different than how many trucks wide the battle is, right? Because you could be kind of offset like a staircase where the third guy in line can't go to the wall, but your spotter's telling you you're only 2 wide.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. You only understand that you've got somebody on the inside. You don't exactly know how far away they are and whether they're stacked up 2 or 3. So yeah, interesting.
And I think that's what. And the spotters are also talking, so as fast if the trucks are going from 2 to 3 to 4 wide faster than the spotter can say 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide, you're on a delay. So again, taking a look at our repairs made, Jamie Griffin has made 12 minutes of repairs. I think most of that was a tow, but he is working hard out there. I think Skirbo is the one we mentioned way earlier, maybe an hour ago on the broadcast. Made his way up into the top 10. Seawright as well. Those 2 drivers with 2 minutes of damage repaired and right back in this thing.
Yeah, it does look like there's a few trucks out of it at the moment. Ella, Childs, Jones, LZ. I'm not sure if Caswell's still running there. Caswell might be still running.
Yeah, just 26 trucks on the lead lap. Make that 28.
There's somebody that's been quiet tonight, and that is Prim.
Yeah, I saw him sliding sideways into one of those wrecks earlier, but you're right. We haven't heard too much out of him. He's running in 22nd.
Boyer with a great start there. Looks like the inside line got a little bit better jump.
And again, it's Sahadak and Barrow right there.
Yeah, and with Freeman as well. Freeman's right there.
And Freeman, another driver involved in a couple incidents, able to rebound. Thinking about going 3 wide here.
Barrow doesn't want to leave that too open there. Yeah, he's going.
Oh, some contact maybe between Melton and Boyer up front. They are not giving each other much room.
Yeah, Boyer playing him tight.
We've got a front row seat to that battle for the lead right here. On board with the 51.
Burrow's now there to push Boyer along as well.
Ooh.
So I think that's a great call tonight that they said you can't go below that line. Great idea.
Chris Melton to the lead. He's going to bring Freeman with him. And that outside lane gets really stacked up. Now Melton out to the outside. That's going to give Freeman the bottom. He started on the front row, and now he's taking the lead. At the same time, he's got the 89 of Chris Melton on his outside, up 34 positions to be battling here on the front row. Two by two. All the way back to about 20th. Looking back through the field, looks like Eric White currently sitting in the lucky dog position.
Thompson goes high there. Thompson trying to put it around the outside. Looks better of it now and drops in behind. Boyer around the outside. And he brings Burrow with him. Boyer straight to the to the bottom lane.
Who was that? Someone just grabbed a meatball flag? Matthew Taylor off the pace. Yeah, not sure what's going on for the 58. I know he was involved in a couple of those cautions.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Let me see if I can go back and look at it.
We are 3 wide for the lead. Barrow on the outside. Boyer in the middle. Here comes the 17 of Barris. Now they're 3 wide in the second row too. Where are we, Talladega? This is awesome.
Great racing at the head of the field there.
And this is where it gets dicey.
Hold on to it, guys.
That front stretch, we've seen problems there all night when we get 3 wide.
Love the look of that 48 Ally truck.
That's Knox Thompson. What a journey he's had. Up and down and up and down and up and down and right back into the top 4.
These trucks look like they're moving around a fair bit tonight.
Barris to the lead in the 17. Thompson goes around off the nose of Melton. That's going to collect a good portion of the field. Heavy contact for McDuffie. They're still wrecking.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Corey Stewart with a meatball. That's the 16 truck. Wow. Like I said, I think that one started with Melton. Or it was Thompson that got turned down. Yeah, a little bit of contact there. And around they go.
Tight. They were just so tight that whoever got into the back of Thompson was just right there.
Oh, Weibel gets sideswiped there from a spinning 32 truck. Just when you think you made it through. Keister almost clean. Then into the 69, I think that was. Looks like Griffin was able to slowly weave his way through the traffic.
I think I heard Thompson clean it. I think.
And here they come down pit road. At least a good portion. of drivers. It might be everybody. Everybody but Eric White, who I believe is going to be the lucky dog. Again, we're watching that live pit lane tracker. See who's going to get off here first. It looks like Chapman went fuel only. He is climbing the leaderboard. Dinda fuel only. And there it is. Chapman up 13 spots. As the 16 has some body damage, I think is the only word I can use for that. He's saying, come on, pit crew, come on, get over here.
Looks like it's swimming.
There they go. They got some duct tape slapped on it. So the winners on that cycle are going to be Chapman, who's going to come out with the lead, 13 spots gained. Barris up 19 spots. He's going to be the first truck with 4 tires. Boyer maintaining that 4th place. Looks like Seawright also gained 24 spots there in that cycle. So a couple winners and losers. Couple drivers still on pit road taking care of some repairs. And again, I mean, just like that, the 07 recovered from an accident, back to the lead. Dinda recovered from a penalty for a couple of cautions ago, back to the front row. Joe Barrow still in 6th. Sahadak in 9th. The same names just keep coming up all night long. Carson Freeman started on the front row. He's still in the top 5. I mean, I think the biggest pain there is going to be from Melton. I'm trying to see where did he end up. He's back in 19th right now. Coming off pit road. Just a little delayed. At a 50-second stop. The truck looks to be all fixed up, Lee.
Yeah, I just heard that the lucky dog went around but didn't have enough time to pit before the pit closed.
Yeah, usually race control will wave them back around if that problem occurs.
All right.
Yeah, this track's pretty big. At some tracks, you can't even get the lucky dog and have time to pit without losing your lap back again. So we try to take care of that here at GEC. 70 laps in the books. Coming to 1 to green. If you like the racing you're seeing here tonight, tune in Thursday night for our Cup Series action. Lee and I will be out on the track with Jamie Griffin up in the booth. We're also racing here at Echo Park Speedway.
Yeah, looking forward to it, to tell you the truth, mate.
And the green flag is out again here in the CDSN Truck Series at Atlanta.
So someone jumped low. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it looks like it was Keister. He picked up a flag for it. No, I think
Rest of the
that's
field got a good
Keister's down
start.
there on the apron. Oh, we've got a truck spinning. I think that's McDuffie. Into the inside wall. We stay green, though.
Yeah, single car incident down there, and he's plenty of room. Pretty tight at the front here with Barros and Dinda. These 2 trucks have been quick all night.
Jumping on board with Barris. We've been kind of mentioning his name all night, and look at that. All night long he's been moving forward, broke into the top 10 early, then got caught up in a caution.
Yeah, didn't have a great qualifying, but looks like he's moved his way to the top.
Yeah. Led 1 lap. Running in second here right now behind Max Dinda of GTCR Motorsports. You're not going to forget what team the 84 is driving for if you're here tucked in behind him.
Going down the inside here.
McDuffie slow again. Last time he was slow getting lapped by the field, it was a disaster. They make it around this time.
Just going back to our cup race, we had a great race last week at Daytona. Guys put on a really great show. I think you finished 4th.
Yeah, almost made the podium there.
Yeah.
Oh, Barrow gets loose with a push off the 51. Keeps it straight, though. Dinda back to the lead on the bottom.
These trucks are so loose.
And watch out. Barrow slow on the outside. 3 wide coming down the front stretch. Oh, they're door banging.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, we got trucks on the apron. Trucks going around. Still spinning. Oh, more contact. That's Hayes and the 90. Josh McKinney just joined the league today, did McKinney. We got him in here just in time, but big contact there for the 90 on that, our 12th caution of the night. Well, first, let's go back and see what happened to McDuffie here just before this. This might have even been after that initial spin. Yeah, I think his truck just has some damage and he's struggling to get back to pit road even. Then I'm showing Thompson off track as one of the first things that happens here. So it looks like the 12 and the, man, I can't even tell. The 12, 90, and 07 all got together at the same time, but it really wasn't like anyone drove into the other one.
I think the 90 got a little loose and the 07 got up under him and then moved him a little bit. And then collected the truck on the inside as well.
I think Thompson made it through decently okay.
Yeah.
In the 48. Looking through the field, we're down to 23 trucks on the lead lap. David Culleton should be the lucky dog here. Not sure what got him a lap down. Jamie Griffin has been trying to work his way back, but now he is 10 laps down. Been involved in quite a few of these wrecks. All right, Lee, I've got a trivia question for you. We've got 12 cautions in 76 laps. How many total incident points do you think we've had?
Ooh, I'm guessing it's around 180.
We're at 450.
Holy smokes.
So it is
wow.
It is adding up.
Wow.
Now, I think that includes 0 X's, because the math doesn't work out otherwise, but that's how many incidents in quotes. I'm doing heavy air quotes for those listening.
And that one's been called on the 07. So a few of these boys that are out there today will be racing in the Le Mans 24-hour race that will be going on this weekend. My teammates in that will be Burrow and Griffin, and also Bolton from the Cup Series, and Marion from the Cup Series as well, and also Simmons, who isn't racing this year but raced last year in the Cup Series, in the Truck Series. So we're looking forward to that, qualifying on Friday, and the race starts on Saturday. Of course, goes for 24 hours. So it's always such a great event to have to race with friends and teammates. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the most fun I've ever had on iRacing absolutely is jumping in one of those 24-hour races with some of the GEC drivers and seeing what you can do.
We're racing the LMP2 car this weekend, so that's a new vehicle for me. The boys have raced it before, but a lot different than racing the Cup car.
Yeah, I love the LMP2. It has a lot of grip, but it burns up the tires, so you do have to adapt over the course of a run. So good luck out there this weekend.
It's the rain that worries me because there's always rain. We know there's going to be rain. So let's hope it's not at nighttime when the rain comes. So, yeah.
All right, for this restart, we're going to jump on board with Walt Sahadak. He's running in 8th position there on the outside lane. He's also sharing his camera with us.
Look at that. C-Right's got himself up to 4th position there.
Yeah, up 28 spots.
Yeah.
And green flag is out. We are racing again. 23 laps to go at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta.
Not a very good start by the outside lane. Great start by our leader, of course.
Yeah, it seems like it takes these trucks about a lap and a half to really hit their terminal velocity here at this track. And that's when the two lanes kind of even out and everyone gets back into the bump drafting.
Yeah, that outside lane really needs that pusher. Otherwise, it can't hang with the inside lane.
Walt gonna dive to the inside of the 08 of Shelton and get a run here behind Barrow. Trying to get by Seawright and Boyer. They're on the outside lane without much help.
Dinder and Barris out front, followed by Freeman and Boyer. Sorry, not Boyer.
Oh,
Well,
there, the 90
Boyer,
down
no.
on the apron. Real close to being on track.
Yeah.
Eric White hitting the pits. Eric had a good start to the race, then got caught up in one too many cautions, I think. So right now it's Dinda and Barris out front. Oh, Barrow gets turned by the 10. He saves it. Then into the wall and then into Seawright back in front of Weibel. Oh my gosh. Oh, and just a little kiss from Griffin there to top it off.
Yeah. Still reckon they finally stopped.
I thought he was going to save it, Lee.
I think he got a little push up here somewhere.
And he was running 4th. Boyer's there behind him. And the outside lane gets a big run here on the backstretch. And that gets him sideways. He saves it twice. And then everyone tries to check up behind him. Oh, and they just can't squeeze by as he's still trying to straighten it out as they get onto the front stretch.
Yeah, I think Boyer claims that one. He wasn't trying to push him, I don't think. Sometimes it's just so tough with these trucks. You don't know when you get that close. You don't know if you're actually touching or not, and you can be taking all the air off the back.
And here we are on board with Barrow. He just can't quite keep it out of the wall and out of all those trucks as they're 3 wide.
I'm not sure if he actually touched him, to tell you the truth. I think he just pulled the air off the back. Yeah, some great communication on the radio from Boyer and Barrow as well. So
I want to thank everybody watching out on the GEC Racing League YouTube channel. Let us know who you're pulling for, who you think's going to win, if that's a different answer. I want to remind all of our drivers, crew members, and anybody else in the league that join us in the Discord and the Big Daddy Cochran post-race after party hosted by my dad for both trucks nights and cup nights. We got somebody asking, though, right now the incident count is at 484. We got to find a way to get this on screen. Maybe I'll work on that down the road. I know a guy who works on some of these graphics.
Yeah. You ought to hire him. I see a call to bring back TPS points. Well, we have a Hughes fan out in the chat as well.
15 caution. Yeah, we're at 13. We might make it to 15. But yeah, the TPS system is not dead. Well, the TPS system, as you knew it, is dead. But we are tracking all of this data. I think what we're trying to do is give the drivers at least 2 or 3 races to kind of show us their driving lines, their driving behaviors, their respect and courtesy on the track, and then decide, you know, who might need a talking to, who might need some probation, and things like that. And what that means is, you know, typically we do a 3-strike system here in the GEC League. So your first caution you cause in a race, you're going to get that EOL. And then the second one, you actually get a 30-second stop and go penalty served under green, which basically eliminates you from contention for the win, but lets you keep logging laps. And then a third one is going to get you parked. Now, if you're on probation, you're going to skip that first strike and go right to a 30-second stop and go. So hopefully that will filter out any problem drivers as the season wears on. But right now, we're back to racing. It's Dinda and Barris up front. Freeman on the inside, though, and here comes Sahadak. Still in the top 5.
Yeah, great start by the top 5.
We've got a caution out back. Dylan, yeah. DeFilippi, Prim, Chapman, White, Brown, and Taylor all involved.
I see the meatball flag came up for Prem and also Coleman on your...
looks like the 63 was the start of that one. Back it up just a smidge. The 19 and the 53. Or sorry, not the 53, the 63. I think that is. Back it up just a little bit more. So it looks like the 19 gets a big run. Shoots to the inside, and he's there, and the 63...
He's there, but he's below the line, so, you know...
Yeah, I think this is going to be the first time Race Control has to make a call on that line.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he ever crosses over it.
He does there.
Right there. Let's see if we can get a better angle here.
And then he's on the apron. Oh, they called it up already. They called it.
Oh, yeah, right there. He's pretty...
Yeah,
a little bit of net code, too. Well, even if it wasn't net code, I don't think they were going to make it. Oh, and Chapman just can't catch a break. And there's Barrow, and somehow he does catch a break after spinning on that last caution.
Man, it's always the way. You're up front, you're going well, something puts you in the back of the pack, and you get caught up in something again.
Let's jump on board with Barrow. I think he actually had the best view here.
Yeah, maybe.
And is this the restart, or we're like one lap later? This is the restart.
1 lap. Oh.
Right? They're still shifting. Oh, yeah. And how he avoided that, I don't know. Barrow's going to come out of this in 12th place.
He just chimed up on the radio and said he got a little tap.
Just a little tap.
Just a little tap.
All right, well, the laps are running down. Time is running out. Just 13 to go. Should be about 11 to go by the time they take the green. Everyone in the top 11 has 19 laps on their tires. I don't think you can afford to come to pit road if you're anywhere in the top 10. The track position's too important, but just keep that in mind. The track is still hot. Do a check. Still 125 degrees on the track. It is going to be slick here for these final laps. And if we catch a caution, like, it's even less laps than that, right? Every time the yellow flies, it's 4 laps off the counter at least.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 11 laps to go when they take the green, but that's really just, 2 cautions.
Freeman's been pretty consistent tonight. Kind of kept his nose clean. Woods is up to 10th. I think that's Zane Woods. Forgive me.
Yeah, up 24 spots.
Yeah, that's a good effort. Burrow is the last man on the lead lap, and the first guy a lap down is Dylan.
I think Barrow gained more spots than that, though, through that pit exchange, maybe. I've got him 12th.
Awesome.
I think it might... They're getting the lineup figured out. Anyway, it's going to be just how we started this race 89 laps ago. Max Dinda and Carson Freeman on the front row. GTC, our teammates. And there goes the pace truck once more. We're coming to the green. It's going to be the 84 jumping out front right away. Should see him come down to the bottom to cover Freeman. No, Freeman comes up a little bit to help him on the top line. That puts Boyer and Barris side by side for third.
Boyer's had a great race tonight.
Yeah,
he's got a little bit of help there now. And once again, Thompson's 3 wide, taking the high line.
Oh, 3, almost 4 wide there. Thompson's going to make it stick, though. Side by side with Melton and Barris.
It's hard to make that top work if you haven't got a pusher.
And it's Woods and Sahadak behind him, and here comes Joe Barrow. Trying to get back to the front before the laps run out. 10 to go. And this is letting those 3 cars out front run away, Lee.
If Thompson and Barrow get hooked up on the outside, they will motor past this group.
Both of those drivers with some Cup experience driving the trucks this season.
Yeah.
3 wide, 2 rows back. This is letting Dinda... Oh, they're going to save it.
How did Burrow save that?
They're not done yet. Barrow saves it, but it costs him a whole pile of spots.
I'm watching this out front. We have Dinder and Freeman and Boyer going at it really hard.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten to run away as they were 3 wide, but I think now that they're 2 wide, they're going to be coming back to them.
Yeah. Thompson looks like he's got a good pusher behind him here now.
That's Chris Melton in the 89.
Thompson jumps down to the low line in front of Barros.
Oh, Barrow with more contact, and that's going to be a caution. McKinney involved. See what happened here. This is Going back. Oh, the 12 got up into Barrow. That's how he was able to save that. He drifts back into the pack a little bit, tries to mount a resurgence, and then right here running behind the 90. Oh, he gets to the outside and whoa, a 90 on his roof. Wow. Yeah, didn't see that coming. So we go back and watch this again. We're on board with Barrow. Driving there behind McKinney. Yeah, I'm not sure which one of those drivers I'd put that on. He shot to the outside. It almost just looked like the draft and the side draft pulled them together. Again, race control earning their unpaid volunteer salary tonight. Fifteenth caution of the night. 6 laps to go. I think it's going to be about 3 to go when we take the green flag. So not quite a green-white checker style finish. We do have one green-white checker attempt if we need it. And it looks like Joe Barrow getting the EOL for that one.
Yep.
Pete Dillon gets the lucky dog. You know, one of the drivers that we were talking about a lot earlier is David Culleton. He's on pit road right now. I think he had to burn his fast repair early on and has been making repairs every chance he gets. See what we can see on his lap chart. Yeah, just look at that. He's had 4 stops for repairs since lap 60. He was really fast early on, but has been kind of just riding at the back with what I assume is some damage, hurting that 50 truck. Has led 6 laps. He's going to come off pit road. He's not quite the last driver on the lead lap, but he's going to be close to it. And again, it's still those teammates out front for GTCR. Max Dinda and Carson Freeman.
Yeah, second row's going to be pretty quick as well with Boyer and Thompson.
Yeah, I think if I'm the 84, that 48 is one of the trucks I don't want to see in my mirror.
Yeah, I
on a late restart
on the bottom.
I just know that 48 is going to send it if he gets the opportunity. Incident count now at 550.
I was impressed with Thompson's racecraft at Daytona. Just a little bit more relaxed than we've seen him in the past, and I've been impressed with how he's made his way back to the front as well here today. So good work there, Thompson.
So top 10 for this restart would be Max Dinda, Carson Freeman, Knox Thompson, Larkin Boyer, Barris, Melton Woods, Shelton Sahadak, and Ryder. Wow, that 32 truck, I feel like he was in 5 wrecks in a row there around the middle of the race. He's rebounded to be in the top 10. Great run for Josh here at the end.
Yeah, really. Good job, Josh. Walt's been in the top 10 quite often tonight, so...
Melton up 30 positions to be in 5th. And here we go. Back to racing here at Atlanta. Big jump on the outside. Knox Thompson sticks with Dinda. He's going to get to 2nd. Already peeking to the inside. Going to make him think about it. 3 laps to go. They're single filed out. Somebody's got to get to the outside and get a run here. That's Zane Woods that was trying it. Nobody went with him, though. There goes Thompson to the outside. Boyer's going to come with him. It's teammates on the inside. Dinda and Freeman versus Thompson and Boyer. Chris Melton is right there in fifth, too.
That's a good run on the outside right now. Great run that pushes Thompson to the lead. Can Dinda hold him the inside there? Boyer really doesn't have anywhere to go. Thompson will probably come low.
Oh, and I think that was a mistake, Lee. Oh, he gets back up in front of Boyer. Oh, and contact.
Yeah, this is what happens when you try and
Melton into the wall.
The line.
We've got trucks wrecking everywhere, but it is the last lap. We are racing back to the finish. Trucks up on top of each other.
Still crashing.
Dinda to the outside, Boyer to the bottom. Thompson gets turned. Dinda into the wall. It's going to be Freeman. Out front, Sahadak getting turned into turn 4. And a messy finish.
Wow,
is going to give Carson Freeman
across the line. Freeman, Barros, Di Felipe.
How about that?
Yeah.
I have a feeling race control and the truck race director are going to have a lot of work going through some complaint tickets this week. There, obviously, we review all caution causing accidents by default, but anything that happened on that last lap, that is going to be a director review. And there is Eric White getting into the race winner.
Just giving him a little tap there.
A couple drivers giving him the victory tap.
Well, that was a pretty crazy last lap.
Yeah, Carson Freeman brings it home. As Dinda got into the wall, basically half the field got into the wall there on that last lap. Finishes first, started second.
There was a lot of blocking going on in that last lap, and it's kind of tough to be able to block and on the last lap and not expect to get the person to back off. So
yeah, Freeman just blows the motor celebrating.
Looks like it's a packed house here today.
So we'll wait for our podium drivers to come up here into the booth with us. We're going to want to talk to them. Looks like we've got Boyer and Barris. Boyer is 4th place. From what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, that's what I see as well. I see Di Felipe in 3rd and Barros in 2nd.
Let's go ahead and pull up. I think Barris is sitting in the waiting room. Driver of the 17 truck, Barris. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah.
All right. You come home second. Wild last lap. A pretty wild race altogether. Walk us through your night. How did you survive to be there at the end?
Yeah, I was just right place, right time. I avoided a lot of wrecks. Still had my fast repair at the end. Had a good run tonight.
Yeah, you were really quick. I was watching the mid race, and you were running the leaders down pretty hard. What else can you tell me about your race?
It was my first time here, but I qualified bad, started 20th, but just kept working my way up and just had a really good run.
Yeah, I noticed midway through the race, I'm not sure whether you really got a handle on the drafting here or what it was, but you were really moving forward really quickly. So you bought your truck home with not using the fast repair. Did you have any repairs done under green or under caution?
I think I did 2 seconds.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on your second place finish. Anyone you want to thank here for
Yeah,
tonight?
I would like to thank H&R Racing, Titans of Dirt, Alpine Industries, Taylor Factory Racing, 21 Designs. That's about all.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, mate. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the driver of the 17 truck coming home P2. Next up is going to be Max DiFilippi. Oh, I thought he was in there. There he is. Here he comes up. Oh. Driver of the 19 truck coming home third. Max, you got a copy.
Sir.
All right. How about that? I mean, it was just a wild race start to finish. You start 22nd, make it all the way to third there through the madness of that final lap. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, very bad first race, by the way, so thank you guys for having me and stuff. Thanks Katon Racing, Keegan, Knox for having me in the league. Interesting race. A lot of cautions, which that sucked a little bit, and then got wrecked after the yellow, just had 7 minutes of damage for the rest of the race, had to come back for that. And then I made it 4 wide on a restart and wrecked the whole field, which I'm extremely sorry to everyone involved in that wreck. That was extremely dumb on my part. I feel extremely bad, extremely stupid for that. And obviously, my teammates were up there at the front, and I think I was like P15-ish, P13, 12-ish on the white flag and got third. So definitely lucked through on that one, and interesting race.
Max, I noticed the trucks were moving around a lot tonight. Could you feel that out there?
Yeah, it was very sketchy to make a move. I feel like the racetrack's wide enough for 3 wide. It's just trucks are moving around. It was very loose out there. It's just bumpy.
Yeah, it felt like, or it looked like to me, that the further you got up the track, the more important the pusher was. So if you're really in that top lane, you really had to have an awesome pusher, as opposed to being down low. You could pretty well just run your line. Did it feel that way?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Top lane, you didn't. It was that way because in the top lane you didn't really want to push, because it's just how it was just wrecking loose everything. So yeah, you really needed to get a good group of guys with you to be able to make that top lane work.
Yeah, awesome effort, mate. You're new to the league, but who would you like to thank for this evening?
I'd like to thank Knox, Keegan, all my teammates. Obviously, PremierRacingSetups.com for having me on their factory team. It all means a lot. So just want to thank my team, Ketan, Premier, everyone, you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problems, Max. We really enjoyed you, not just tonight, but last week as well. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate it. You too.
Yep.
That was Max DiFilippi, driver of the 19. Next up, going to be our winner. Driver of the 51, Carson Freeman. Carson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
How about that? You start on the front row, you get caught up in some wrecks, you go all the way basically to the back, come back up, you're on the front row with your teammate. Looks like nobody can get around you, the two of you, and then right at the end, he gets taken out. It's a wild ride at the end. Walk us through your night. How'd you pull that off?
Well, I made a few mistakes. Like, I don't think I should have won that, first of all. But I'll take it. It was just a lot about strategy, though. Staying in front of everybody, staying in front of all the wrecks, and playing your moves right. That's what ended up getting me the win.
Yeah, Carson, you qualified well. So you probably got away from some of the cautions and some of the wrecks at the beginning of the race. What was it like mid pack, coming back through the pack? Was it tough there tonight?
It was more about just avoiding the wrecks.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a few people making moves way too early back there. I'm not going to name names, but they were.
Yeah, it also looked like in the first half of the race, it was hard to work out what you should do as far as when you should calm for fuel and whether you should take tires or not. Did you find that? And how many tires did you take in the end?
I figured out. I mean, the last pit stop I took 4. The fuel was not that hard because I do super speed racing all the time.
Yep.
I do this for like money racing. The tires were the only thing troubling me because we had a lot of pit stops, so we don't know how much our tires are wearing. So
Yeah, exactly.
and their pace.
Did you always take 4, or did you take 2 at some stage as well?
I only took twice. I only took one right side, and on the final pit stop I took 4. So.
Yeah. Got it. Well, congratulations on your first win for GEC. Awesome effort. Cochran, did you have anything else for Carson here?
No, just want to say welcome to the league, and everybody better watch out for these GTCR drivers this season. That's a 1-2 on the season so far. Congratulations on the finish, whether you deserved it or not. There's plenty of races I didn't win that I thought I did deserve, so I'll take one the opposite anytime. But yeah, we look forward to seeing what you guys could do the rest of the season, and welcome to the league. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
That was Carson Freeman, your race winner. We have some other drivers up here. Look like maybe they want to chat with us. 4th place finisher in the 10. That is Larkin Boyer. Larkin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. I mean, we've been asking everyone pretty much the same thing, which is how in the world did you survive to get there? You started in the top 5, so that sure helps early on. But at any point in this race, everybody had to drop to the back, whether it was from damage or for a pit stop. So how do you make it back to the front to be there at the end?
Honestly, I have no idea. I made one good pit stop call that kind of just put me in a good spot the rest of the race. I never really was back in the field except for one time. So I don't really know how that happened, but I'm just thankful that happened. So it took me, away from all those wrecks. And the one time I did get back, I worked my way up really fast. So, I had a fast truck, and I had my teammate with me until the end there. He got disconnected from Wi-Fi or whatever, but.
Yeah, Larkin, really, really great effort. I noticed you were up front there all night. You were one of the quick guys. I thought you guys would have come in 1-2, you and Thompson there in the end, but it's just the way it kind of panned out there in the end. But yeah, really great effort.
Yeah, definitely going to talk with Thompson. I looked at the replay, and for a second I thought I came up and turned him, but during the race I was like, no, he late blocked. But I looked at it a couple more times, and I'm gonna keep my complaining, for talking to him. But I felt like he put a couple bad moves on me there. But it is what it is. I wanted to come in here. I really wanted to win that race pretty bad. But this is my home track and everything, so I had a lot of people watching too. And this is my first time that my team is running in here, and wanted to just have a good opening. But I'm pretty frustrated with how it ended, but I thought overall, I've raced here before. I raced here last year with the Truck Series, and I'm just coming back, part-time this year to just get some practice in. But, I really appreciate y'all guys. Y'all do a great job here, and thank y'all to all the fans that came out and watched. And, I'll be here next week, and I'll try to get it again.
Yeah, great effort, Larkin. Good to have you, buddy.
Thank y'all guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was Larkin Boyer coming home 4th in the 10 truck. I think that's going to wrap up our post-race interviews here for tonight. Lee, I mean, what do you make of that? I had fun. I know the drivers are going to say that was too many cautions and all that, but I had fun.
Especially in the first third. I think race control is probably going to talk to a couple of guys about a couple of things they saw out there. I think they will get that sorted out for the next race. And where are we next week?
Ooh, good question.
Here I am asking that question. I should probably look it up myself.
No, we're going to be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week. Another day race, 150 laps in Vegas before heading to Iowa and Kansas to kind of finish out our first half of the regular season.
Another great track. There's going to be some awesome racing there. I can just see it now with the same pack of guys up front, that top 10. So really looking forward to seeing some great racing next week.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Freeman, Barris, and DeFilippi, your podium. Zane Woods was the hard charger. He gained 26 positions there by the end of the race. Max Dinda led the most laps at 48. Boyer had the fastest lap, and then, of course, Dinda started on the pole. We had 15 cautions and over 700 incident contacts, so I don't know who took... Yeah.
26 positions for Zane Woods. Wow, what an effort.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Great race for Zane.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us here at the GEC Racing League Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series, brought to you by Laughing Llama Wraps and 42 Designs. Next week, we're out there in Las Vegas, like we said, but if you like what you're seeing, join us in the GEC Racing League Discord and YouTube channels for more great racing. We've got our Cup Series out here on Thursday night, getting their second race in of the season. I want to thank everybody for watching, and want to thank you, Lee, for being up in the booth as always. And a big thank you to Dusty Haynes, our race control, who certainly earned his volunteer salary this week. Thanks, Dusty.
No problem.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Full wide and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream.